Hello, back to more wobbly camera work. So this is the next scrap box video. I literally just finished filming the first one, and I said that I was going to find my fabric and I'd put it under some books to press just to try and flatten out. But basically this fabric I got from Amazon. I'm sure they will sell it in other places. I've yet to find it in other places. And it came on a roll, and it's paper-backed photograph fabric. I'm sure that's kind of what it's called. And so this is from my Beautiful Blooms digital kits, and I've printed them on the fabric, and look how good they look. I was so pleased, so pleased. So my idea, I haven't taken them off the back yet, but my idea is, because they just peel off, and they're not adhesive or anything, it's just plain old cotton fabric on the back. So that's sad. I am going to save that. Am I learning nothing from this process? But how pretty is that? And this is when I've printed this twice, so I'm hoping I can get a decent tear. Go for broke. Hey. And this I'm going to use for I'm going to make some journals out of these. But how pretty do they look? See the shaky hand I had then. Just get this white trim off. Oh my word, oh my word. I'm obsessed. I love it. So yeah, it's not the boldest of colours. I don't know how that shows up on camera. It's quite a muted, pastel-y kind of finish. But I love it. I'm so happy with how they've turned out. So I've got 2, 4, love that one, 6. And then I printed this one. And at first I thought, oh, maybe I could do a tall, skinny journal, which I could do. But of course it's designed to go either that way or that way. So I could do either. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 journals I'm going to make out of those. So I'm going to do a little like fabric-y fronted series, and I've got more sheets left. But yeah, I just had to show you those because I'm super thrilled with how they've turned out. So anyway, last time we made only 2 things, which was quite disappointing. So I'm going to try and power through this. I want these videos to stay under about 20-25 minutes, and we're already nearly 3 minutes in, so that's a good start, Donna. Oh, those are the other fabric-y things I printed. Yeah, so literally it was like a minute ago that I did this, so I haven't even looked at what we're going to do next, but I've got lots of... Oh yeah, see, these were some stickers that I got, and I like that on its own. Like I say, this is going to be a lot of organising, sorting, making things and making sure that I'm not wasting anything. I mean, that is the essence of junk journaling, is it not? So there's some stamps there. I'm going to put them in I have a little box for stamps. We've got some tags, some plain ones. They can go in my little tag box. Oh, that's one of my little drawings. Get rid of them. So where was that? So that, I mean, basically just needs backing, and we're away with that. I think that's quite a cute tag on its own. So I'm gonna back it. I'm gonna just run a bead all the way around the edge, and I'm gonna stitch it. And that will be that one. And then I'm gonna do, once I've finished this exercise, which, as I say, is going to be quite a few videos, because if you saw the pile from last time, my God, it's a pile and a half. I've got probably 8 to 10 A4 wallets worth of printed stuff, and then I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baskets full in the doorway that need sorting, because everywhere else is tidy, and I'm damned if I'm putting them back on a shelf where I'll forget about them and then get angry with them in 3 months' time. But yeah, the idea is, it's not going to be a very big hole, I'll have a bit of a stash of cards for sort of generic journals of cards and tags and things. I can put some ephemera kits together. We might even make a couple of journals out of it. I made this little folio last time and I'm really chuffed with that. So things like this, these will just be bundled, maybe 10 pieces together and shoved up on Etsy. So yeah, so that's that one. That's straightforward enough. I think I'm just going to trim the edge because that's annoying me a little bit. It looks scruffy. Just trim that edge and then I can just run a stitch around. I know the scrap box creations, but they still need to look right. There. See, that's cute on its own, isn't it? Right, let's just run a stitch around the outside. My black thread's going to need changing in a second. And my sewing basket's in the way, so that's gone wonky. It wasn't my stitching. It was the sewing basket that knocked into my hand. So there we are. Yeah, it was the sewing basket. It was not me. Right, that's that one. Okay, next we've got, so these little envelopes are quite cute for sort of ephemera happy mail things. Maybe I could do like a little collage on the back. What are you for? What are you? I don't know what you are. Printables. I have a little wallet of scraps somewhere. Hang on, bear with. I think the wallet of scraps ended up in the big box of scraps. Yes, it did. So there's some bits and pieces. You see what I mean when I say I've just got so much scrap stuff. Let's just get these couple of piles on, shall we? Just because there isn't enough on the desk. So let's add to it. It's my Ola Keely box. That's what my teacups came in. If anyone's seen my pretty teacups, I love my Ola Keely stuff. Right. So yeah, just a little bit of a collage on the back of this, I think. Would be quite cute. I liked those blues. See, that's proper wallpaper, that. Let's use the pink. I got a glue stick somewhere. Don't often use glue sticks these days. Don't really know why. It used to be that it was all that I used. Oh. The one I particularly like is the Giotto one that Rachel uses on Roxy Creations, but it's hard to get here. I ordered some before and it turned up like a children's, the children's sort of wet glue that was, let's do the bottom of that bit, that had like a little spongy top that you had at school. Does anybody remember those? It was like that, which was not what I asked for. And it was not, yeah, it was not the right stuff, put it that way. This has been tucked away in my top drawer for ages and it's gone gloopy. It's a gloopy glue. Okay. So I think there's a little Happy Mail envelope. I mean, should I even? Yeah, sod it. Do you know what I am? I'm going to just bend it around. Why not? Why not indeed? Oh no. That one's gone. Find another. Oh, this one's less gloopy. quite cool. Little Happy Mail envelope. Should we maybe do something, like a thin strip of something around the side as well? Yeah. And then perhaps some of the bits and bobs that we make can go in this. Get off. That's quite cute. See, again, this was something that I got that had just bits of ephemera in it. What have I done with the lid? What has she done with the lid? You can probably see it, can't you? But I can't hear you. Did it fall off the desk? Never mind. It'll turn up. It's white, isn't it? Not green. Where is it? Ah, there. Okay. So, yeah, 2 little pockets in there for some Happy Mail. So, that's cool. That can go in the stash. This little journaly card will be a journaly card. Let's put some... Ooh, that's part of my Christmas day. Do you know, I keep finding the Christmassy stuff. I must have shoved it all together from when I was doing the Christmas packs. Well, that's cute on there, isn't it? Should we have that? And we'll back it. See, we're powering through them now. Powering through. Oh... She said with such confidence. Some coffee paper for the back of that. Come on, don't block up. Bane of my life. If I don't keep this in, it just blocks immediately. There we are. It's a bit different. Should you have a little taggy on there? Looks like a 008 then a 000. Yeah, let's have a little bit of a collage on that, and then we'll back it. Oh, for goodness sake! It's been like 2 seconds. It's quite full as well. It's usually a lot better than that. Right. That's quite cool. I'm just going to get some coffee paper for the back and then we'll stitch around it. I have some that's sort of got crushed in the back of a drawer, so we'll use some of this. Keep that upside down in my pot so it doesn't annoy me again. Okay. Just trim around the edge and then we'll run a stitch. Cut into the bloody card then. How can I find it so hard to cut a straight line? Like, ridiculous. Right, just run the stitch around this. Won't be a sec. Shut up. Does anybody else have arguments with inanimate objects in the house? Is that just me? I get really angry and regularly tell things to shut up. Right, next. Now this is obviously a book spine from a French dictionary, and I couldn't bring myself to chuck it away, but I don't know what I would do with it. I don't know, because it's got a curve on it. Surprisingly sturdy, but the edges are quite brittle. I genuinely don't know what to do with this. I feel like it should be the cover for something, maybe a super tiny skinny journal. But I'm going to put that to one side. If anybody has any ideas, please add them to the comments, won't you? Because, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I should do something with it, but I just don't know what. Yeah. So I'm just pulling this to one side because this is some Tyvek paper, which I use for spines. Super strong, couldn't tear it if you tried. So that's not really I mean, it is a scrap, but that's usable, so that'll go to the side. I've got some more tags for my tag bin. I did see another piece of Tyvek somewhere, but we'll work our way through it. So packaging. So this is obviously some Tim Holtz packaging, which I would usually make massive tags out of, but seeing as I've got plastic on it, I feel like I should do maybe like a giant slide or something. I don't know. I'm going to put that to one side. I'll have a think. Oh, we've got another one of these. Oh, that's easy. We know what we're doing with them. Should we do that as well? So just run a bead all the way around. And these are the sorts of things that you could sort of add to, because I haven't done anything to the tops. We've just put the paper on the backs. But you could absolutely add to these. Depending on the theme of your journal, you could sort of make it whatever was appropriate. Just going to stitch around this. Oh, the sewing basket again. It's annoying. I'm gonna have to go around it twice. Sorry about it. Because my sewing machine, I don't think you can see it on camera. It's on an angle on the edge of my desk, and next to my desk, on top of the dryer, is my sewing basket, which is massive because it's new and went off then. It's oh, my thread's run out. Oh, do you know what? I've only done around that side twice, but it'll do. It'll do. So that's that one. Let's get some new thread for that. Yeah, and because when you're sewing, obviously the item you're sewing comes out the back. Just dropped the bloody thread. It's it keeps bumping into the sewing machine, into the whatever I'm sewing, into the sewing basket, and knocking me. Right. Won't be a second, just rethread this. So we're making quite good progress. We will see how far we get. How long have I been waffling on for now? 18 minutes. See how many more we can get done. Right, that's that rethread. So I have another one of these. This one's a bit torn. I feel like a little mini folder maybe, or a little pocket. I have made these into ephemera wallets before, so maybe we could do that. Pocket in the back, something in the front. So should we get some more of this collage-y stuff out to cover it? That's kind of wide enough. Just do it to there. Oh, that was good, Donna. I mean, maybe we can get away with that, actually. I don't mind it so much. It'll be all right. That'll be all right. Just tear where that bends in. So I feel like making lots of ephemera wallets, not as much ephemera. So once we get into the really scrappy scraps, like all the little offcuts, we're going to do some clusters, I think, which are always good. And then with all the loose butterflies that I've got everywhere, a lovely little cluster and a butterfly on top. I love the little butterfly clusters. I sell them in my shop. And if you just want to add something to a journal page, but you don't want to go mad, you just want a bit of something, perfect, absolutely perfect. Should we use this strip of wallpaper? I could go all the way around actually with that. That'd be quite cute, wouldn't it? Let's do that. I might just do that first, because we could even tuck something in there, couldn't we? Oh, come on, glue. You see what I'm doing? I can't see the camera, so I can't tell if you can see me or not. Making a blooming mess again. Let me just straighten this out. There we go. That's quite sweet, isn't it? Should we add that to it? A little butterfly. I don't even need to do any stitching or anything on that. I think that's a good one, that. Let's leave that there to dry. What have we got next? We have these little clusters. I've got a piece of card. So these would be sort of tag bases. So let's get the tag bases together. I've still got some more of these record cards for tag bases. I've got a couple of envelopes. They can go back in the envelope bin. Hundreds, probably thousands of those envelopes. So we've got some glassine bags. Little pockets, that would be a tag base. That would be a tag base. We've got another little envelope. See, that's the sort of tag base that I probably wouldn't even, I'd just cover the back again. So we'll do that one in a minute. So that's another tag base. I mean, just pieces of random card. Oh, that's quite funky. I'll do something with that. This is some shiny card. That was obviously from packaging. Oh God, these butterflies are starting to haunt me. Paper bags. This is where we're getting to the stuff now. So that's packaging. Tag-based packaging, should I say. Oh, that's one I've printed out. Oh, well, that's just a tag. Let's just bob that in the dump pile. That's some handmade paper, which is good for stamping on. So I'm going to put that to the side. That can back something. And then we've got some more scrippy scraps. That's one of the Christmas ones. Some envelopes. These are some things we can properly make some stuff with. Got, oh, I think I got sent that. Yeah, when I was, I bought something and I think somebody kind of, that was their, you know, like the little freebie, little thank you. I don't know who it was, but that's, yeah, that. Right, and some bits of scrappy paper. That's just a little wallet. These were what I had my seed labels in. That would be another tag base. Right, so we're kind of down to the little scrippy, scrappy bits now, aren't we? Envelopes, proper scraps. Proper scraps. I can't pick up the proper scraps. Another tag base. Right, they're all scrappy bits. So these are the tag bases we can work through. And the envelope can go in there. These are some elements and embellishments. That's just an envelope. Stand them there. Oh, look at me being organised. Tag bases, tag bases, tag bases. Pull these bits out. See, I feel like I'm getting something, then I look at the pile that's remaining and think, oh, actually, I haven't even scratched the surface. That's with a piece of Tyvek. Another piece of handmade paper. That's another little card to work on. Okay, so should we start with the card? I mean, I'm immediately thinking mini journal. mini journal. These sorts of journals I just find are quite cute just to pop in pockets. Just, I say journal and I use that very, very loosely. It's just a little collection of bits and pieces. I'm not going to keep that. And papers just to make notes on. They're not, I suppose they are mini journals, aren't they? But, you know, just a sort of super diddy ones just to pop in a pocket. They're just quite cute. Should I have some vellum in this one? Sort of bearish. What am I doing? Oh, I've already got a fold in you. Piece of vellum. Am I still in shot? Yeah. Could have that lining page, couldn't we? I like the old sort of inner pages of these. They're quite cool. They always colour really nicely, really nice sort of burnt cream colour. And I mean, we could even have that in the sort of little open top pocket and tucks. Just pop you in. Got any more for any more? Something stuck to you. Okay, so that's that. I wonder if my staplers would work, or should I just, I'm just going to run a stitch up it actually. And now to do this I have to just draw a more visible line down the centre, because otherwise I can't quite see where I'm going. So let me clip this into place, because obviously when you open these out they do move slightly. So, right, hang on a second. We can do this. There we go, that's gone quite nicely. A little mini booklet, and then have we got something we can pop on the front? Keep seeing this little scrap. Should bob you on with a butterfly or something? I've got a... Yeah, no, I think we'll just bob that on. I have no idea what this is from. I don't like staples though. I don't often use staples in embellishments because I'm prone to catching my hands on them. Yeah, you see the staples and that I must have got from some kit, I imagine. Right, where'd those butterflies go? Oh, what about little girl? Oh yeah, let's have you. Let's have you. Where's my scissors? My little scissors. Let's cut you out. What time am I on? Oops, 28. Right, so this will be the last one then, I think. But I feel like we've done all right actually this time round. Not too shabby at all. Sorry, I'm silent, aren't I, as I'm cutting out. I'm not the best at fussy cutting, but I don't mind it. I'm going to go pick the kids up from school shortly, and then Eloise, my eldest, has a Taekwondo open evening this evening. So basically I get to go and see her do her Taekwondo, which I'm looking forward to. So that's quite cool. Last year her dad went because it was me that always took her to the lessons, and up until a few months ago I still did. but Phil's been taking her this time around because then he nicks the car and goes and looks at a few jobs in between. He's a builder, and so he tends to go and do a bit of work in between, sort of dropping her off and picking her up. So he takes her now, but because Phil never got to see her last year, she asked him to go, but this year she wants me, which I'm very honoured because they do love their daddy, my girls. Not that I mind that. I mean, I gave birth to them and everything, and 9 months of torture, but we don't mention that at all. I'm looking for something else to put on here, but to be honest, I don't mind it as it is. I think that's quite cool. So that's something else to pop in a pocket. So that's another thing. So if I grab all of the bits and pieces that we've put together. So there's a mini booklet. That's just the little ephemera wallet. And one of these. A little card. Another wallet. And another one of these. And I've got a couple more of those to stitch. So cool. The stash is building. We shall continue. Right. Thank you very much for joining me. There will be more of these to come, so look out for them. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.